to my Flosstube channel, MJ Stitches 23. My name is Megan, and today is October 9th, 2025. If you have watched me before, welcome back. If you are new, I'm also new. I'm a newer stitcher and a newer Flosstuber. And I have to say, Stitchy Witch 42 helped me give some advice to turn my video sideways. So hopefully I fit better on if you're watching this on a large screen. It took me a couple tries to figure it out, but I hope this will work out better for you guys. I have a lot of things to show you and to share. So grab your stitching, grab your beverage of choice, and we'll get started. Stats for September. I worked on 8 whips. I had 3 new starts. And I went to my very first cross stitch retreat, which was Acorns and Threads. I played AB Singo, which is a game in Magazine Monthly Cross Stitch Facebook Challenge. Magazine Monthly Cross Stitch Challenge on Facebook. And I am stitching for the Great British Bake Off or Baking Show, depending on if you live in the US or the UK. And then my other September goal was to work on the monthly acrostic, which I didn't do. I had too much to do. So I don't like not making my goals, but I just have all these new things that I want to do and I want to try. So that one I ended up skipping in September, and I feel bad about it, but I'm ready to go for October. So we'll talk about that more when we get to plans. So thank you for watching. Thank you for commenting. I read all your comments. You guys, I think I am up to 175 subscribers. So for me, I'm very excited having this being my new hobby, and I'm just so excited, and I'm learning so much. You guys keep commenting and leaving me cute little notes, and I read them all, and I love it. So thank you very much. So to get into the stitching, we're gonna first talk about my stitching project for AB Singo. So in September, all month long, a letter was called, and I picked one project called to work on for this game. Most people did a few more, but because I was away a lot this month, I just decided to do one project, and I chose Indiana Dunes by Unique Stitch Crafts on Etsy. I'm stitching this on 14 count Aida, and I decided to coordinate all my letters and numbers with things or places in Michigan City, Indiana. This was the trip that I took at the beginning of the month, and so I just decided to make all the letters fit this piece so that I would get tons of work done. So over here, I think it's going to be over here now, is where I started out. I think it's when you saw this project last. If not, it's close enough. So, and here it is, housed in my beach project bag. And this is where we are at. I got so much work done on this. I'm very excited, very proud. I did 100 stitches per letter. And then for the numbers that were called, I did that many of stitches times 100. So like if the number 4 was called, I did 400 stitches. 6 was called, I did 600 stitches. So that I'm very excited about. I was trying to push pretty hard for a finish. I didn't quite make it, but I'm really excited. I think it's beautiful. Yeah, I don't know when I'm gonna get this done. I thought maybe I would push hard this month to try to finish it, but I have so many Halloween things that I want to stitch. So I'm not sure yet about this piece. Might take a little bit of a break for a month. I don't know. We'll see. I'm sure you'll find out next episode. But I love this so much. I had a lot of fun working on this piece in September. All right, the next piece we're going to talk about is Wizard Sampler by Author Embroid Design on Etsy. I'm stitching this on 16 count Aida. And here is where I was before. So not much, I didn't get too much done on this one, but I did put I think I put about 300 stitches in. And so this is where we are at now. So I have worked a little bit on the hand that's gonna hold the wand. It's gonna be this section. And then I had extra thread, so I just decided to start over here on the scarf area. I think next time I pick this up, I will start filling in the area around the wand. So this is gonna be how big this is. So you can see I'm just barely big enough, but that's okay. It's gonna work. It's gonna go in a frame. It's one of the projects I started earlier when I was not learning, didn't really understand about counting and measuring fabric. So that's okay. This is gonna be, it's gonna work out just fine. So that's a little bit of starting into the fall stitching. I don't know why I always think of Harry Potter and having to do with fall, but I think it's because that's when, they go to school and the year starts on the train. Okay, my next piece we're talking about our pieces for Stitching Connection, which is put on by Jason Cross Stitches. So my piece that I chose was Lighthouse Sampler, which looks like that one, and I was able to stitch one lighthouse before my group was able to trade. I'm supposed to do 2 lighthouses, so I will stitch the last lighthouse when I get it back. But our group of 4 decided to, we all finished our portions, so we decided to trade, and I have received my first trade from Sebastian at Bees and Tea Stitching. So if you watched Sebastian, I will now carry on the second part of their piece. So they chose Trick or Treat by Misty Pearsall at Luminous Fiber Arts. And so this is where this piece is at. I love this fabric. Beautiful orange for Halloween. And then I will stitch this part right here, this next section. So that's what I'm going to be working on while I have this piece. So they're using black, and then this is a variegated thread. So I'm pretty excited because this will be the first official time that I use variegated thread. And this purple, it's just so pretty. It is being stitched on Aida. I can't tell if it's 14 or 16 counts. But that's okay. Okay, the next one we're going to talk about is my daily stitch. My stitch along. Let me reach it. I have everything all put all over this table. Okay, so this one is called Propagoum. It's a stitch along that's put on by MJ Blanco. She has her own Facebook group called 100 Days of Cross Stitch, and she releases one part of the pattern one day at a time. She started this September 1st. So this is where you saw this, my progress last time, or close enough. I can't remember exactly what day, but it should be close enough. And I will show you where I am at now. I have been keeping up, so I'm really excited. This is where I'm at. So I'm stitching this on 16 count of fabric that I hand dyed blues and grays. And I'm really excited. I don't know what this is gonna be because she only releases a piece every day, but it looks like, I don't know, something wintry. So I think this is absolutely beautiful. Yes, I still have, some of you might have noticed, some, I have to finish all these X's still. So I will do that, and then tomorrow will be this, she'll release that portion. I'm really excited. I'm using this navy blue DMC, and I think I've already gone through 1.5 skins. I had no idea how many. I think she says on there to get 6 of them. And I think when I saw that, I was like, yeah, pop, 6, no way. Well, I already went through my first one, so I definitely had to go back to the store and grab a few more. I don't know why I laughed. I shouldn't have laughed, but I really thought that was crazy. Definitely not. So, the things I get to learn. So that one is really excited. I do that just about every day. If not every day, then, you know, I kind of catch up. Like I'll do half stitches, and then I'll be able to catch up, you know, later day, just cross all the X's. So that one's been really fun to kind of see come to life. It doesn't take that much time to do every day, but when I have all these other things that I want to stitch, I have to really make sure that I put that one kind of at the head of my queue to make sure that I'm keeping up. So that's about almost day 40 on that one. And there's gonna be 100 days of it. So we're closing in on halfway. My next piece we'll talk about is my camping piece. So we went camping this last weekend. So as I promised a couple episodes ago that this one was gonna come back out. So this one's called Peaceful Mountain Camping Scene by Pocket Mama Shop on Etsy. And I'm stitching this on 11 count Aida that I hand dyed. And this is the camping project bag that it stays, yeah. It smells like campfire. I'm back. Sorry, I got a phone call and now I'm distracted and I don't remember exactly where it was, but I think I was showing you my camping picture, my camping project. So I don't remember. I'll just cut this out if I don't remember, but you should have seen where I was. You should see the picture. Hopefully I showed you that already. If not, I'll show it to you now. And this is now where I am now. So I worked on, I filled in this part here, the water, some of this over here, the water, the clouds, and some more of the green, lighter green color in the trees. So I'm really happy with where this is going. This is gonna be really fun when I finish. Not sure when my next camping trip is gonna be, but it probably won't be this year. That one was pretty cold. We had a lot of fun. I wore Under Armour at night, and I stitched out by the fire. We saw a supermoon, which is cool, a couple owls, did some golfing, had some really good food, just great campfire food. A lot of fun music and singing around the campfire. So probably won't see more of that one until next year. So that one will be put away, but I love that it smells like campfire. Okay, my next piece is going to be Little Leaves. So this is the project that I got at the Acorns and Threads retreat by Krista West of Avlia. And this is where I started at the retreat. This is the progress that I made. And so now I'll show you where I'm at, and you guys might have to laugh a little bit. So I started on the leaf portion. And I don't know if some of you have spotted it already, but this is incorrect. I spent so much time trying to figure out where and how to count these, because this isn't Aida. This is different from Aida. Oh, I didn't tell you, this is stitched on 30 count Bikini in ivory, that I forgot that I was supposed to do it over here. And then I ended up I was so concentrated on trying to get all the spacing right that I will have to unstitch this light green right here. So I did it correctly on this side, but this will have to be unstitched. So I really like it. It's just when I move from one piece to the other, if I have to move more than like one square, I have to recount it like 4 times to make sure that I'm in the right spot. And I know you guys have told me time and time again that my brain will adjust, so I keep waiting for that to happen because it hasn't happened yet, and I have to like really, really focus and count. So this one is probably a more difficult stitch for me than it would be for some of you experienced stitchers. But that's okay. I will get there. I really love this piece, and I just need to make sure I have the time and space to concentrate when I'm working on it. Okay, so we're gonna do British baking at the end. So we're gonna switch now, because that'll be my last piece that I show you. But for right now, we're gonna switch into giveaways. So on my last Flosstube, I was giving away a fall leaf needle minder that I made as part of my table gifts for the Acorns and Threads Cross-Stitch Retreat. So the winner of that needle minder is Matt. Put you down here at the bottom. Matt, you won. Congratulations. So email me mjstitches23@gmail.com and send me your address so I can get that out in the mail to you. So congratulations. For my giveaway for this episode, Krista West was very, very kind to send some really cool items of Avlia. I think you guys have kind of figured that out now if you've been watching me. So let's dive into what she sent. This is really cool stuff, you guys. So the first one that she sent was this sampler, the bookmarks ivory. So this is so cool. You get 3 separate patterns, and each bookmark you get 3 different types of fabric that come with it. You get a 26 count ground cloth, 100% cotton. You get a 26 count bikini ivory and a 30 count bikini ivory, and all of the floss that comes with it. So I'll show you, like, here's the 3 different cloths in there, and you get a needle, you get all the thread. So this is a really, really cool gift. With that is also going to be the needle minder. That's so cute. So for that, I'm gonna ship that together. So you'll get both of these items. And if you want those for a chance to win, go ahead and put reading in the comments. And just a reminder, you guys, make sure you're a subscriber to my channel. You are over 18, because I'll need your address to ship it to you. And please don't use the word, giveaway or freebie, because we don't want to attract the orcs from Middle Earth. So reading for that one. And the next awesome gift that she sent, you guys, this is freaking cool. It is called Everyday Folk. It is her book. It's, yeah, all of these really cool patterns. There's over 175 patterns in this. And this one's a giveaway. It does have a little bit of damage, which is why it's able to be, she's able to give it out as a giveaway. But this is so cool. I had a chance to flip through it. There are some really, really cool, unique designs in it. Different ways on how to finish different items and a ton of charts. Just to give you guys a little bit of like, that's pretty cool. There's some really cool like close-up pictures, just awesome, awesome stuff in this book. And then she's got a whole section too on, you know, how to finish and the different ways that you can make different items, and just so cool. So this one, if you want to win this on the giveaway, go ahead and write West for Krista West. Thank you, Krista. These are awesome. I hope you guys really enjoy these special gifts from her. Just awesome. Okay, so let's see, I have my notes, so I'm turning my page. Okay, we'll talk about plans first, and then I'll do my baking show piece. So plans for October. There is a trick-or-treat game that's going on in Magazine Monthly Cross Stitch, where you pick 2 pieces, and it's a pop-up event. So one of the pieces that you choose is going to be your trick piece, and one of the pieces is going to be your treat piece. So the treat piece would be something fun, something you enjoy working on, or something you're excited about. The trick piece is something that either you haven't picked up in a while, that's difficult to stitch, or that you're not excited about stitching. And then I think it's going to be kind of like a heads or tails flip. You know, if it's like heads, then trick. You know, trick is for heads and treat is for tails or something. And so each night they're going to make a call, and then the next day you stitch 100 stitches on that piece, the trick or the treat piece. So I have my pieces already chosen for that. The treat piece is going to be the actual trick or treat, of course, right? Because it's the same name that I'm doing for Stitching Connection. So I'll be working on that one. And then the treat piece, I have that was a treat, sorry. So the treat piece is gonna be trick or treat for the trick or treat game. Is anyone else confused? The trick piece is going to be Little Leaves. Not because I'm not excited about it, I am actually very excited about it. The reason why it's the trick for me is because it is difficult for me to count the stitches. So it's a little bit trickier for me because it's on a non-Aida fabric. So, and besides, I want to work on it, and it'll make me spend some time to like sit down, focus, and actually put some work in. So very excited about that. So that will start just in a couple days. So the next update you should see, I should be seeing some good work on those 2 pieces. The other plans I have, I'm doing Magazine Monthly Cross Stitch Challenge cross stick for October. So this is my worksheet. The theme is Under Pressure, which I am doing my stitch along because I do feel a bit under pressure sometimes to do the daily stitch to make sure I'm keeping up. So that's how that fits into that category. So yeah, my goal here is keep up. So like I put a little check mark over here because I feel good when I get check marks. So check marks means that yes, so far I'm keeping up. And then the acrostic is Engage. So for the E, really hard for me to read this backwards. For the E, I have, ew, ew for smell my feet. So that's the trick or treat piece. And the section that I'm stitching is smell my feet. So, and the goal is to work on that and to keep up with that during the pop-up challenge. And then I also have for N, I have my 9, and it was for 9 3/4, which was the wizard sampler, because it's my Harry Potter piece. So I already completed that because I did my 1 day of stitching. G is for the Great British Baking Show piece. It's called Secret Ingredient. And this one I've completed because I've stitched up through week 3, which we'll talk about here in a minute. So that one I got a check mark. A is for Acorns, which is in Pumpkin Sampler, which is my new piece, which I'm going to show you right after this. Oh, I have that for my pop-up challenge. Interesting. Well, no, that one's just gonna be for fun. So I will put on there my goal instead of pop-up. Because I'm gonna do the leaves for the pop-up challenge. So for the pumpkin sampler, we're gonna do, I always do 1 day because I have so much going on. I just wanna make sure that, there it is, I fixed it. Okay, so that's gonna be 1 day for the acorns. Hopefully we'll get a few more in. We'll talk about that here in a minute. Then the next G is gonna be for the Great British Baking Show, Secret Ingredient, week 4, because I'm behind, of course, which is fine because some of you guys are too. So I will be watching week 4 and then stitching. And then the last E is gonna be for Etsy, which was my Peaceful Mountain camping scene, which I already did 3 days of stitching on my camping trip. So that one got a check mark. So I'm well in my way to the month of October. Okay, yes, and I know you guys have been waiting to see what new retreat I'm going to, which will come up here very shortly. So if you're sticking around for that, hold on. Let's talk about this one first. So my new start is going to be my pumpkin sampler. I love this so much. This is going to be my new start for this month. For Halloween, I definitely am not gonna be able to finish it, but we'll get a good start on it. I have this fabric. I think I showed you guys last time for it. So this is ready. I just have to get the threads kitted up, and this will be stitched on a 28 count Lugana, and it's called, I think it's called Golden Harvest. Golden Harvest, I think that's what that is. So very excited to start this. This is just gonna be for fun. I think I was originally gonna do this for pop-up challenge, but I decided that I might not have all the threads for it yet, and I didn't wanna get behind already. So that's why I have all the threads for little leaves. So I'm gonna do that one instead. And this is gonna be for fun. Okay, so I'll do my announcement first, and then we'll get into the Great British Baking Show. So for my next cross stitch retreat, it's coming up very soon, and that's part of why I'm making this month a little bit easier for my stitching, because I'm going to Stitch North. I'm going to Stitch North in like, oh my gosh, what is it? 2 weeks? I'm going in 2 weeks. Is anyone else going? I'm really excited. So I'm going with Amanda, and Amanda is who Carolyn Zook and I met at Acorns and Threads retreat. So she was going, and she was trying to convince me to go to be her roommate, and I caved. Of course I caved. This is so much fun. So I'm very excited getting ready for that. So I hope to see some of you there. If you are going, shoot me a message, let me know. And if you're not, no worries. You will see a wonderful update on all of the crazy new more things that I learn and get overwhelmed with while I'm there. So that is my exciting news. So now on to British Baking Show piece. I am through week 3 of season, where are my notes? Let me just make sure, of this year's show. So season 13, so if you have not watched episode 3, which is, I'll just make this easier for you. Episode 3 is Bread Week. So if you have not watched Bread Week, watch that first or just skip over this part, I will say goodbye to you now, and I'll see you on my next Flosstube. If you are sticking around and you have watched or are not watching the Great British Baking Show, I am through week 3. So secret ingredient is the piece that I am doing this game for by Sue Hill Designs. I'm stitching on 14 count Ada. It's called a Vintage Country Mocha. So I'm going to show you over here week 1. So this was my finishing for week 1 because I'm a little behind, so I had to catch up. So week 1 was cake week. So we had a technical was 10 stitches. So 10 stitches was on the sugar, flour, and salt there at the bottom. Star Baker was salt and pepper shakers. So that got 20 stitches over there, kind of, you can see. And then the elimination, which is the fully stitched pie. So the pie on the scale, that was the person that got eliminated. So that was what I did for week 1 for cake week. So we'll throw that out. Week 2 is biscuit week. So here's what I completed for week 2. I'm gonna be like Jeremiah. Shout out to Jeremiah. He always does this when something pops up on the screen. I love it. Anyway, so this week there was a special handshake, Paul Hollywood handshake. So it was really exciting. So for technical, 10 stitches again was the sugar, flour, and salt. So I got 10 more stitches. The Star Baker was the spoons and the rolling pin. It's kind of hard to see in the picture because it's very similar color to the fabric. But once I get all the back stitching done, you're gonna see it just fine. The elimination this week was the secret ingredient. So that's why all those words are typed off because typed out, stitched out because that person got eliminated. And then the handshake was the spoons and the rolling pin again. So that got an extra 50 stitches. Okay, so for week 3, bread week, that is where I am at now. So I will show you my piece. So for bread week, the knit and the whisk, this person won both the technical and Star Baker. So it got 10 stitches plus 20 stitches is 30 stitches. And then the person that got eliminated was, sorry guys, I have to keep flipping back and forth on my paper because I wrote it on the back, which was a terrible idea, but I'll learn for next time. The mixer. So here it is. So here's the mixer is completed other than the back stitching, and that's okay. I'll do the back stitching all at the end. And then down here, this is the start of the mitt and the whisk. So this is what I have so far. This is through week 3 of the baking show game. I'm so excited. The British Bake Off, British Baking Show. I know I have this tape here because I've been charting the lines. If I had to do this again, I would probably do it differently. It makes it really hard for a hoop to get in here. As you can see all the wrinkles, but you know what? It's working out. It looks like a mess, but it is working out, and it's been really fun to try to figure out who is what. I think, honestly, the thing that I would do different is with this on the back side, I'm putting all the winners of each one, and so I just have to keep flipping it back and forth. I'd probably just do it on a separate piece of paper. But I really love this, and when this is done, I think I'm gonna hang it up and put it in my kitchen. So I think this is really cool. So up to week 3, So as always, I will always let you guys know when what week I'm stitching. So if you guys are following along with the show and you're behind as well, I won't get ruined for you. So very excited about that. So that is all I have for you today. So thank you again for watching. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for supporting me as a new stitcher and a new Flosstuber. You guys are such a great community. So much help, ideas, love, great comments, great just camaraderie. I love it. Remember, be nice to yourself. We're doing the best you can. Happy stitching. We'll see you in a couple days.